Hey everyone, ready to turn that eBay browsing habit into a money-making machine?
We're going to dive deep into starting an eBay business for dummies.
That's right. We're talking finding the best inventory, setting the right prices, and even...
Building your own brand beyond just eBay.
Exactly. So think less casual shopping and more.
eBay
You
tycoon.
love it. So let's kick things off with...
Inventory.
Okay, so we're talking about, what to sell.
Yeah, there's got to be smart choices. It's not just finding things. It's about finding things people actually want. High demand, low competition, that kind of stuff. Got to maximize profit, right?
Makes sense. So where do we even start?
Well, the book mentions something called retail arbitrage.
Ooh, sounds fancy. What's that?
It's actually really simple. Think about it, you're walking through like a Target or Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of, filling up your cart for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you're keeping an eye out
For
for
deals.
exactly clearance items, seasonal stuff, even just everyday products that you think you could resell for more on eBay.
So basically, being a treasure hunter at, my local stores.
Exactly.
I can do that. Okay, but let's say I want to go bigger, scale up my operation a bit. What about buying in bulk?
Oh, yeah. The book talks about wholesale and distributors.
Fill me in.
So once you kind of get the hang of retail arbitrage, you can think about buying directly from these guys. You get a much lower price per item.
Oh, so bigger profits.
Exactly.
I'm liking this.
Yeah, and there are even online directories like Alibaba where you can find, reputable suppliers and stuff.
Okay, so this is where I get really excited, right? What about estate sales, thrift stores, garage sales?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, talk about unique finds.
Those are gold mines, right? I mean, think about it. Vintage stuff, antiques, even just like collectibles that you could, find for a steal and then flip on eBay.
Love it.
And don't forget about online platforms too, like Bstock and liquidation.com.
What are those?
These are places where businesses sell, like their overstock returns,
Uh-huh. Okay.
often for way less.
So many options.
Right.
Okay, what about drop shipping? I hear about that all the time.
Yeah, so drop shipping is basically where you don't actually have to handle the inventory. You list it on eBay, but then a third-party supplier ships it directly to the buyer.
Okay.
But the book kind of warns, that often means lower profit margins and less control over the whole process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what about making my own stuff?
Oh, creating your own products.
Yeah.
That can be super rewarding, you
Mhm.
know? You control everything, the quality, the design.
Totally.
Yeah. Starting an eBay business for dummies actually highlights this, talks about private labeling and niche crafts, like think handmade jewelry, personalized gifts, specialty pet treats even.
So many options.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a ton of ideas now for finding amazing products, but how do we know which ones are going to actually sell?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
While there's no, foolproof formula, there are definitely ways to be smart about it. The book suggests using eBay's completed listings. Have you ever used that?
I don't think so. What is that?
So this is like, imagine having a crystal ball. You can see what's actually sold recently,
Mm-hmm.
and for how much. So it gives you a really good sense of, what's in demand.
That's awesome. I love it. So let's say we've got our products. We know we're going to sell. How do we make sure we're pricing things right?
Pricing, that's the key.
It's a tough one.
It is, yeah. It's the difference between, making money and just breaking even. The book breaks down the two main eBay pricing models. You have auction style, and then you have fixed price, sometimes called buy it now.
Okay, yeah, I've seen those.
Uh-huh.
But how do you know which to use?
So auction style is great when you have something really unique, something rare where the bidding can, drive up the price. Think like vintage collectibles or limited edition sneakers,
Gotcha.
Fixed price is better for things that are, more common, where buyers just kind of want to, click and buy.
Easy peasy.
Exactly.
But okay, beyond just picking which model, any secret tips on setting those prices?
Oh, yeah. Starting an eBay business for dummies, they reveal some psychological pricing tactics that can really make a difference.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Have you ever noticed how many prices end in 99 cents?
Yeah, like $19.99.
Exactly.
It always seems cheaper, right? Even though it's only a penny difference.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's called charm pricing. And there's actually research that shows that it works.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Buyers see that 0.99 and their brain just goes, ooh, deal.
That's so funny.
The book also talks about this other tactic called anchoring.
Anchoring. Okay, I'm really curious now.
So basically you play with buyer perception, right? So let's
Yeah.
say you're selling a designer handbag, used, but you have another similar one, maybe in fair condition,
Huh.
that you list for a higher price. So then yours, in excellent condition, looks like an amazing deal by comparison.
That's so smart.
It's all about how people see it.
Wow. I'm gonna have to try that. Okay, what about shipping costs? Free or charge?
Ooh, that's the age-old question, isn't it?
It is. I never know.
It's tough, right? Because free shipping is definitely appealing to buyers, but it can really eat into your profits.
Especially for big, heavy stuff.
Exactly. The book suggests offering, like, multiple shipping options. So, standard, expedited,
Ah,
international, and then using eBay's shipping calculator to make sure you're charging accurately.
smart.
Yeah, and you could even offer free shipping as, like, a promotion, so if someone buys multiple items.
Oh, yeah, to like encourage more sales.
Exactly.
So many things to think
I
about.
know, right?
Okay, so we've got our products, we know how to price them. But here's the thing, I don't want to just be an eBay seller. I want to build like a brand.
Oh, yeah, that's a great goal.
Is that even possible on a platform like eBay?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
eBay is a fantastic starting point, but the book emphasizes that it shouldn't be your only focus. You want to grow beyond the marketplace.
So it's like building my own little empire.
Exactly. You got it.
I love it. But how do you actually do that? Where do you even start? Welcome back, everyone. We're diving deeper into the world of eBay success with starting an eBay business for dummies.
We're moving beyond just the basics and into the real nitty-gritty of running a successful business.
I'm ready. What's next?
One of the most important things, actually, is something a lot of people try to avoid.
Oh no, what is it?
Budgeting.
Ugh, I knew it. I'm more of a like find it, list it, sell it kind of person. Spreadsheets, not really my thing.
I hear ya. Budgeting isn't, the most glamorous part of being an entrepreneur, but honestly, it's the foundation. It's what keeps your business sustainable.
Yeah.
Starting an eBay business for dummies really emphasizes this, like a whole chapter on it. Knowing where your money's going, making sure your income is more than your expenses, that sort of thing.
Okay, fine. You've convinced me. But how do we make this as painless as possible? Do I need to hire like an accountant or become a math whiz?
No, no, not at all. The book breaks it down into really easy steps. You start by tracking your income. So that's, all your eBay sales, but also anything else you might have. Like if you're selling on other platforms, or maybe you offer services related to your products, whatever it is.
So basically keep track of all the money coming in. Got it. What about the money going out? There always seem to be a million little expenses with a business.
You're telling me. Shipping costs, packaging, supplies, eBay fees,
Yeah.
it all adds up, right? So you've got to track those expenses carefully, every little thing.
Okay, every penny. Got it. I'm starting to see why this is important, but how does all this tracking actually lead to, making more money?
So by tracking everything, you can start to see where you're spending too much, maybe, or places you can cut costs. Like maybe you could get a better deal on shipping or negotiate lower prices with your suppliers.
Oh, I like that idea. Cutting costs means more profit, right?
Right. The book even suggests looking into, different packaging options, that kind of thing. Little things can add up.
Okay, I'm still a little intimidated by this whole budgeting thing, to be honest. Any tips for making it easier?
Oh, technology is your friend here. Spreadsheets, budgeting software. There's tons of stuff out there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there are even some eBay-specific tools that can help too. And, there's a ton of free stuff online, templates and stuff. So don't feel like you have to pay a fortune.
That makes me feel a little better. Okay, what about taxes? Ugh, those are always looming in the back of my mind.
Taxes, yeah, they can be a bit scary.
Yeah.
The book actually does a really good job of explaining it all, demystifying eBay taxes. It's all about understanding, what you need to collect and pay based on your location and what you're selling.
So different rules for different places and products.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. What about sales tax? Those laws seem to change like every other week.
I know, they can be tricky. The book gives you a good overview, but the most important thing is staying updated, right? Check the IRS website, your state tax websites, all that good stuff.
Stay informed. Got it. But how do you actually like calculate how much tax you owe? Do I need a degree in accounting for that?
Nah, you don't have to be a math whiz. There are online calculators and accounting software that can do the heavy lifting for you. And, if you're ever unsure, it's always a good idea to talk to a tax professional, just to be safe.
Okay, so we're budgeting like pros, we're on top of taxes. What's next? What other like operational stuff do we need to think about as our business grows?
Well, at some point, you'll probably start needing some help, right, as things get busier. The book talks about building a team, whether it's hiring employees, getting a virtual assistant, outsourcing tasks, that kind of thing.
Hiring a team, that sounds exciting, like I'm a real CEO or something. But also a little scary, to be honest. How do I know when I'm ready for that?
Yeah, I get it. It's a big step. The book actually cautions against rushing into it. It's really about assessing your needs. Do you need help with customer service? Fulfilling orders? What are the things that are, you know, taking up most of your time? Maybe things you're not very good at. Those are the things you want to think about delegating.
Delegation, that's the word. Free up my time, focus on the big picture. I like it. But finding the right people, that can be tough.
It can be, yeah. The book actually recommends using online platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, you know, places like that for freelancers. Or you could go with a virtual assistant agency if you need more administrative support. And then, of course, traditional job boards if you're looking for someone full-time or part-time.
So many options.
Right. And the book really stresses, like checking references, having good interviews, make sure you're finding people who are a good fit, not just someone who can do the job, but someone who shares your vision.
Okay, so it's like building a team of super snores. I love it. What about mentors? Are those helpful for eBay sellers?
Mentors. Oh, they can be so valuable. The book actually encourages sellers to, find someone who's been there, done that, who can give you advice, someone to bounce ideas off of.
That would be amazing. But where do I find one of these eBay mentors? Do they have like secret meetings in dark alleys or something?
Uh-huh. No, not quite.
Yeah.
The book suggests, going to industry events, joining online forums, even just connecting with successful sellers, on social media, email, whatever. Just put yourself out there, build relationships, learn from the best.
So basically, I need to up my networking game.
A little bit, yeah. It's all about making connections.
Okay, I can do that. What about the legal side of things? Do I need a lawyer on retainer just to sell stuff on eBay?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But it's always good to know the basics, like the legal aspects of running an online business. Luckily, the book covers a lot of that. Intellectual property, product liability, consumer protection laws, stuff like that.
Okay, so it's all about protecting myself and my business. Makes
All right.
sense.
Yeah, knowing your rights and responsibilities is really important.
All right, so we're budgeting, we're staying on top of taxes, we're building a team, networking, learning the legal stuff. Anything else we need to know before we officially launch our eBay empires?
Well, as your business grows, you might want to think about, branching out a little bit. Beyond just eBay.
Oh, interesting.
The book actually explores this, talks about selling on other platforms, maybe opening a physical store even, or launching your own website.
Whoa, a whole multi-platform selling extravaganza. But how do you even manage all that without losing your mind?
Yeah, that's where good planning and organization come in.
Yeah.
The book really stresses that, having systems in place to manage everything, inventory, orders, customer service, and making sure your brand, looks and feels consistent across all the different platforms.
Consistency is key. I like it. Welcome back, eBay Empire Builders. We're wrapping up our deep dive into starting an eBay business for dummies.
And we've saved some of the best for last. We're talking about the customer experience.
Yes, keeping those buyers happy.
That's right. It's all about building a reputation, mastering that eBay communication.
Right, because happy customers mean more sales.
Exactly. Word of mouth is powerful, and it all starts with building that trust.
Okay, so how do we create like a really great customer experience on eBay specifically?
So the book emphasizes a few key things. You need really clear, detailed product descriptions, high-quality images,
Makes sense.
and then accurate shipping info. Buyers want to know what they're getting, how much it'll cost, when it's going to arrive. No surprises.
Right, I hate when that happens to me online.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Okay, so what about when customers have questions? How do we handle those, like, professionally?
Communication is key.
Yeah.
You've got to respond quickly, professionally, and address any concerns with empathy.
So not just being like a robot, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
A little personality goes a long way.
Okay, but what about negative feedback? That's
Yeah.
like every seller's worst nightmare.
I know, but the book actually encourages sellers to, view negative feedback as an opportunity. It's a chance to learn, make things better. It shows potential buyers that you care.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, turn that frown upside down.
Okay, but let's be real. Sometimes things just go wrong, right?
Of course that happens.
It's like packages get lost, things get damaged.
It's part of the business, unfortunately. But starting an eBay business for dummies has a whole section on dealing with these problems.
Well, good.
Yeah, whether it's a lost shipment, returns, refunds, whatever. It's all about clear communication and finding solutions.
Okay, so being proactive and turning a negative into a positive, I can do that.
Exactly. Because a satisfied customer is more likely to, come back and buy again.
And leave good feedback?
Absolutely. So it's all connected.
Okay, so we're going above and beyond just satisfying customers, right?
Right.
We're trying to create like super fans.
That's the goal.
Mm.
And that's where branding comes in. The book talks about, creating this unique, memorable brand.
Like giving my eBay store a personality.
Exactly. It's about more than just a logo. It's about what you stand for, what makes you different from everyone else.
Makes sense. But how do you show your brand on eBay? You don't exactly have complete control over the platform.
Right, but there's still things you can do, like use your brand colors and fonts in your listings.
Oh, okay.
Have really professional product photos that reflect your style. Write a really compelling About Me page.
So it's like all those little touches add up.
Exactly. Every interaction with a buyer is a chance to reinforce your brand.
Makes sense. Okay, last question. eBay is constantly changing, right? How do we keep up and make sure our businesses stay successful?
That's a great question. The book is all about embracing innovation, exploring new tools and features and just staying informed. Knowledge is power.
So basically, be a lifelong learner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never stop learning. The book highlights the eBay Seller Center.
Yeah.
Tons of info there, tutorials, policy updates, all of that.
Mm.
Yeah, and joining community forums and industry groups is super helpful too. You can connect with other sellers, share tips, and stay in the loop.
That's awesome. Well, wow, this has been quite a journey.
It has.
I feel like we've really unlocked the secrets to eBay success with starting an eBay business for dummies. We've covered everything from inventory and pricing to building a brand and keeping customers happy.
Yeah, we've hit all the major points.
So before we wrap up, let's just recap those key takeaways one last time. A positive customer experience is everything, right? Respond quickly to questions, resolve problems with empathy, go above and beyond whenever you can.
Absolutely. And don't forget about building a strong brand. That's what sets you apart, Make it memorable, make it you.
And never stop learning. The eBay world is constantly changing, so stay curious, embrace new tools and trends.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, everyone, that's a wrap on our eBay deep dive. We've reached the end of our adventure, but your journey is just beginning.
Go forth and conquer that eBay world. We're cheering you on.
Yeah.
Well, good learning, everyone.